What is it, Joe? Welcome back to the report. Welcome back to a brand new video. We are here. We are back. I know it's been a while, but honestly, there's been nothing going on. You know, it's been pretty tough to make content based off of absolutely nothing. I'm trying to think of more video ideas, and it doesn't help that I've just shifted to a new apartment. I'm starting work and with a new job, so a lot of different things going on in my life right now. So my bad for not being as dedicated to posting regularly. It does not help that the season is not in flow or no rumors whatsoever. There's been nothing, but I did want to talk about the X factor for the Miami Heat. That is a video that I wanted to make, and I finally got some time to make that video. First of all, leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. The season for the regular season just released. We have a pretty good start to the season, man. I mean, Charlotte, Atlanta, San Antonio. I mean, they'll still give us some games, but I mean, those are a lot better than playing the big dogs to start the season. So definitely important that we get a strong start to the season off. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I do want to talk about who I think the X factor is, and I briefly mentioned on the last video I made, but that was about a week or two ago. So I did want to talk about my X factor personally for the Miami Heat. It is none other than Terry Rozier, man. Terry Rozier is my X factor for the Heat, and it's for a lot of reasons. First of all, Andy Ellisberg, in an interview during Summer League, came out and said Terry Rozier was essentially our offseason acquisition. Now, I know that's not something we all want to hear. I mean, I definitely hope for somebody else to come in, not as a Terry Rozier replacement, but another kind of, fresh offseason acquisition, and not kind of use the name of somebody we traded for at the deadline. But I understand why he did that. He did not play too much. He only played about 30 games in a Heat uniform. I'm going to say right now, if Terry Rozier can play to the level that he is capable of playing, which is be a sub-all-star player. It doesn't have to be an all-star player. Just all-star caliber level player. That I feel like is his ceiling on this team. If he can be like a 20-point per game scorer, you have a serious team. Now, he just needs to get his efficiency up. What I just want to see from him is his ability to finish at the rim better. I want to see his, he gets to the rim, but he is, I guess his percentages at the rim are just not that great. So because of that, I just want to see his finishing at the rim better. And I want to see his catch and shoot percentage go up. I feel like he's a lot more of a tough shot taker than shooting the wide open shot. He always likes to take a dribble. He doesn't like to shoot off the catch. I want him to develop that. I feel like it's easier to develop an ability to shoot off the catch than it is to shoot off the dribble. He already possesses the ability to create his own shot, which is why we traded for him. But I also do want him to make sure that he can shoot off the catch, because that's a lot of the looks he's going to be getting are off the catch. When you talk about guys like Jimmy, Bam, Tyler, there's just a lot of cooks in the kitchen. And if it were up to me, I would have one of the two of Tyler or Terry come off the bench. But let's be honest, it's not going to be that way. It's most likely going to be all four of them starting with either Nikola Jovic or Haywood Highsmith or Jaime Jaquez. That's probably going to be the lineup come opening night. So we have to kind of expect from Terry Rozier is that we are going to see a lot of sacrificing from some of these players. Like, you cannot have four of these guys, all of them having the ball constantly. Somebody's going to have to play off the ball. Now, if it was up to me, Tyler would be the one to be the guy moving off of screens and playing more off the ball. But Terry's going to have to do that too. And when you look at the amount of guys we have who can handle the ball, we need guys who can shoot the ball at an elite level off the catch, who can be elite movers, can be elite off the ball players, and a lot of these type of things. So I'm just hoping that Terry Rozier is getting his shots up. I'm hoping that his neck injury is all good now. I'm hoping that he's able to finish at the rim. He's able to get to the rim. He's pretty athletic for his size. He's pretty quick. Just finishing at the rim his percentages have been pretty low. So that's the only thing I just wanted to work on is this at rim finishing and his shot making off the catch. Now, what else that I want to see from Terry Rozier is his defense. You know, I feel like you need one of the guys in our backcourt to be good defenders. I feel like out of the two, I would trust Terry to develop that ability more. I just feel like Tyler, I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying that he can never be a good defender, but his wingspan is really short. Like, it just kind of hinders him. He's not athletic by any means. He doesn't have quick hands. He's pretty good, you know, I guess, off the ball, but I guess on the ball, he's just not strong enough. So I'm looking for Terry, more of a stockier guard at the point guard position. He's not the tallest, but definitely has some size to him. And I do think that he can be able to develop that defensive instinct to be at least a solid defender. It doesn't have to be an elite defender, but you need defense in that backcourt. You know, that is an issue. That was an issue last season, and you can't have both of your guards be bad defenders. You need at least one of them to be a good defender. You know, you have two guys who are score first players, and you need one of them to be willing to do the dirty work, which is passing, defending, catching and shooting. Like, you need a mixture. You can't have two guys who are going to have the ball in their hands and try to get their own every time, you know. So that's why the chemistry of Terry and Tyler is going to be key for this season. Are you going to have Tyler Hero take all the shots? Are you going to have Terry Rozier take all the shots? Like, between the two, what is the shot distribution going to look like? Who is going to be the one who's going to be more of a defensive-minded player this season? Who is going to be the one moving off the ball and catching and shooting? Who is going to be the one who's going to be initiating the offense with the ball in their hands and making plays? That is going to be key. So both of those guys, their chemistry is extremely key. Although Jimmy and Bam are the two best players on the team, the guard position and the backcourt is extremely important on a championship level team. If you look at all the teams that recently won the championship, their backcourts complemented each other. For example, the Celtics had a really, really good backcourt of Jrue Holiday and Derek White. They had that's off the ball, you know, scoring, that's on the ball scoring with Jrue, that's playmaking, that's defending. Then last year you had the Nuggets with Jamal Murray, KCP, who complemented each other. I mean, you can go on, and the backcourt of a successful team is extremely, extremely important. Super important. But yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about other X factors, the bench scoring, I mean, the reason I would have Tyler Hero or somebody, one of those two coming off the bench is because you could have, I guess, a punch. You know, we don't really have I guess Jaime Jaquez could step into that role this season, but a lead ball handler off the bench who can create his own is lacking on this team. Josh Richardson is more of a glue guy. Duncan Robinson's off the ball. I'm not sure what you're expecting from Pelle Larsson, Isaiah Stevens, Drew Smith, like nothing. So as a second unit, you need to have a guy who can be a microwave scorer, which is why I would want to have one of the two starters, currently Tyler or Terry, come off the bench. It'll just fit the team's needs a lot better. You know, so those two, I think, are the biggest X factors. You guys let me know what the biggest X factors are for the Miami Heat down below, man. And yeah, if you guys have any video suggestions for me, I know it's been a little bit since I uploaded, but yeah, I'm trying to come up with different topics, ideas for you guys, but we're just in a part of the season, man. There's really nothing going on. The Olympics are over. So yeah, there's no basketball until October. So I'm going to try to come up with as many different topics as I can, but you guys let me know in the comment section below, man. I'll see you later as always. Peace.